Well, it's a very good evening and a warm welcome to this week's edition of Breeding to Win for all our Breeding to Win viewers. It's a very happy new year from myself, Julie Alexander, as it is the first time I'm joining you for the Breeding to Win show for 2015. Well, we've got an action-packed show in front of us, and of course, with the build-up to the 2015 Cape Thoroughbred sales taking place on the 22nd and 23rd of January. Of course, it's one of the premier sales here in South Africa, and it takes place in Cape Town out at the Convention Centre. We're looking forward to that prior to, of course, the Betting World Cape Flying Championships. And then, of course, next week we'll be talking about the J&B Met. So lots of action coming out of Cape Town for this Breeding to Win show. But right now, on the line with me is Adrian Todd from Cape Thoroughbred Sales. Adrian, it must be a busy time for you at the moment, and thank you for joining us on the Breeding to Win show.
Oh, you're very welcome, Julie. Always glad to be a part of the show. No, it is a very busy time, as you're all well aware. It's here, the Cape Premier Yearling Sale. The build-up's been going on. Most of the farms have already started having guests come around, clients, and showing them their drafts on the farm. Sunday is the Klavervlei Golf Day. Monday, the horses will be moving into the convention centre. Tuesday, we have quite a big day planned. You know, everybody will be getting settled in, starting to look at horses, etc., etc. The Main Chance and Highlands International dinners that evening. Wednesday, of course, is the CTS cocktail party. And then it's into the sale.
Yeah, well, tell us a little bit about the sale at the moment, Adrian. Obviously, a nice vibe between the buyers and the vendors.
Yes, no, as with every year, the buyers are there, the vendors are entertaining their clients already. As I said, they're going around the farms. There's a good vibe.
And how much interest from overseas buyers have you had for this year? Because I know in the past, we've actually seen quite a lot of people coming through from the UK, from Hong Kong, especially overseas interest, especially for the Cape Premier Yearling Sale.
I'm very happy with this year's international response, Julie. There's some new faces coming, and I expect them to seriously be good participators in the sale.
Adrian, if anybody is interested in getting hold of a buyer's card, and I'm sure after the show, when they've seen the draft from so many of our vendors that will be going through the sales ring on the 22nd and 23rd of January, they're going to want to get hold of a buyer's card. Now, how does one go about doing that?
It's very simple, actually, Julie. You just contact our offices. All the information and contact details are in the catalogue or on the website, capethoroughbredsales.co.za. And Amanda will be able to assist in getting them registered.
Okay, Adrian, of course, very exciting coming up next year is our first in South Africa $1 million race. Explain the $1 million race concept.
Julie, the $1 million race concept came up because we wanted to do something to really enhance the sales, reward the owners, make something special about South African racing. And we came up with the CTS $1 Million. The first CTS $1 Million will be run in January 2016, and that'll be for the graduates of last year's 2014 Cape Premier Yearling Sale and the CTS March Yearling Sale. That's one race, 1,400 metres, with a purse of $1 million. This year we decided to do things a little differently. We listened to a lot of our clients, we engaged with everybody, and we've got the $1 million in two races. So we've split it in the middle. There'll be one race, 1,160 metres in Johannesburg, and on the same day, there'll be a mile. We've done that because we believe that caters more fully to a broad spectrum of horses from our yearling sales. Yearlings from all of our sales are going to be eligible for that, and we've added something else. Should the same owner or the same partnership win both of these races on the day, there'll be an additional $1 million bonus for that partnership or owner.
Unbelievable. All I can say is it's goose flesh stuff because it's so exciting. I think for racing, it's just taken our whole racing industry to a new level, Adrian. So full marks to you and looking forward to a great sale.
Oh, thank you very much, Julian. Looking forward to seeing you down here as well.
Thank you. That's Adrian Todd, COO of the Cape Thoroughbred Sales. We will be back with more Breeding to Win straight after the break. Aventure Estate, the home of fine wines and fast horses, will be sending 14 of their best yearlings to the CTS yearling sales, headed by River Jeteza's first foal by VAR, named Riverine. Let's take a look.
Getting prepared for the Cape Premier yearling sale, Pippa and Aventure have got an absolutely stunning draft that we're sending through. Let's kick off with lot 32 is Riverine.
He's a really smart colt, medium-sized, not bad for a first foal, but all power. He's got an amazing forearm, wonderful attitude, very athletic, powerful hindquarter. Yes, listen, the paid reach for itself, you know, you've got to come see the horse, but I think once you see him, you'll be blown away. And this horse has got a little bit of an X factor, this colt. Look here, there's a lot of pressure on him, we know that, but I think he'll deliver. He's a smart horse.
Lot 37 is the filly Don't Stop Dancing.
This is a strong, tall, racy Dynasty filly. Quite substantial actually, and surprising for me to get it ready for sale so early. But I think a really high quality filly and obviously serious paddock value from a breeding perspective. Never mind the fact that Dynasty is, you know, doing everything we've asked of him. So a lovely filly.
Lot 77, She's a Giver.
This is a very special filly, I think. Philanthropist is a sire that we're all looking forward to looking at as yearlings. She's very attractive, and she's a grey, which will make it easier to sell. She's big and strong, very flashy. Quite a lot of VAR about her, because mom is by VAR. High quality and a really smart filly.
Lot 79, Live Life.
It's a really smart filly, this. Trippy's really having a wonderful run this season, which I think he deserves to be taken notice of again. The female line is outstanding. I mean, it's just fast family. But I think in this filly's favour is what she looks like. The mare has never let us down. She's produced, cold as ice and the unbeaten Viva La VAR. As far as this filly is concerned, very much more like Trippy, I would think, than the mom. Very high quality, beautiful head, great walker, and should be really a talking horse at the sale, I would think.
Lot 80 is Spice Girl, the sire VAR and the dam Viva La Belle.
This is a really smart horse, strong, a bit plain maybe of head, but powerful, big white face like VAR. Should be quick, should be come early too, and obviously with King of Pain doing what he's done, he'll be out soon hopefully. Paddock value again is an imported female line, but I think in a nutshell the filly should sell herself. She's a strong filly. She's a very typical of VAR.
Lot 89 is A Woman's Way.
Yeah, listen, I think this is a really smart filly. A Daughter's Legacy sold her first filly this year in Johannesburg very well. She hasn't come out yet, but we went back to VAR. It was a stunning first foal. So we've got the full sister, really smart, very VAR, looks like VAR, moves like VAR. And listen, I think she'll really cause a stir at the sale. She's a really attractive horse.
Lot 117 is Gratuity by Dynasty and the dam Count the Cash.
She's a strong filly, maybe medium size, very precocious looking. The family's a good family, you know. Shoot the Boozer's a good filly, and Lucky Fine and Pay the Piper are top hard-knocking racehorses. So, although maybe not as flash and pedigree compared to some of the others, a really strong, very workmanlike filly.
Lot 158 is Attenborough by the champion sire Western Winter.
Listen, the excitement obviously in this horse is the fact that it's the end of the Western Winter sire influence in South Africa, which is a great loss, but this is a really nice colt to take to a sale. It's pitch black, strong, powerful, good female line this, you know. Gimme 5 is a good filly, Consensual, Dance Along, all good hard-knocking horses. And Attenborough really and truly stands up to his name. He's quite a film star looking chap, and I would think a lot of interest in him being the last, the last of the Western Winters and the first foal for the mare. So listen, a wonderful way to start for her.
Lot 171 is Le Havre.
Yeah, listen, Normans was a special yearling. He sold well at this, I think, the inaugural Premier sale. This is not quite like him. It's a bit taller, a bit more racy looking, but again, very correct, very athletic. And, you know, the mare has not let us down because she had Normans, then she had Trapandi, who's also sold so well in Johannesburg and looks like an encouraging 3-year-old with Dean Cannemire. And once again, I think the VAR influence will really attract the buyer. It's a smart colt, this tall horse, big horse, very nice.
Lot 191, Keep the Faith.
But this is a really big, strong, strapping filly. For a first foal, it's an amazing individual. I'll take a bit of credit from the mom, but I'll also give Bolts of Honor a good credit to. This is a smart colt, a smart filly, sorry. Wonderful female line, but I would think with the Bolts of Honor influence, maybe we'll get the mile and a bit further, which would be nice. And I think it'd be nice to showcase the Bolts of Honors at a premier sale like this, and I think she's worthy of being there.
And last up will be a lot 200, a chestnut colt, Jika.
This is a smart colt, very big. His half-sister, Varumba, sold very, very well here last year by VAR, but this is a smart colt. A credit to JPEG, a credit to Mayumba. He'll end the sale, he's the last horse in, but he'll be worth the wait because this is a smart colt and very proud to have a JPEG of this quality at the sale.
The 2015 Cape Premier Yearling Sale takes place at the Cape Town International Convention Centre on the 22nd and 23rd of January. And you are most welcome to set up a visit to view these yearlings in the week prior to the sales. No doubt, Pippa Mickelberg will proudly show these outstanding lots and treat you to typically warm and bubbly Aventure hospitality.
Hemel en Aarde, situated high in the tranquil valley of Hemel en Aarde, just outside Hermanus, will be sending 16 yearlings to this year's CTS yearling sale.
The Breeding to Win team have received some very reliable information that there are some cracking yearlings for sale at the Hemel en Aarde stud of David Hedburn Brown. Let's go and see if we can find a horse that can match the all-time stake record of the one and only JPEG.
Good Admiral is in. They are ready. Gates Fly racing in the Dubai Duty Free. South Africa's JPEG came out running and goes looking for the lead. JPEG, the leader, down the side near the 1,000 metres pole as the Dubai Duty Field comes onto the bend. 600 metres left to go and JPEG is the leader. 300 metres left to go. JPEG under pressure. Floral Pegasus, Sea Change, Dargina. JPEG, Vodka on the outside. Dargina just in front. JPEG digging again. JPEG and Dargina. JPEG the outside. JPEG foot back to meet Dargina.
JPEG's come back, he's led them around the turn. The horse who actually stayed the trip the better has got up and won, and that's JPEG. As you can see, as you're saying, that saddle is just causing Anton Marcus some real
gone over the line.
Some real, look at him, he's hanging on for dear life past the line.
Lot number 30 is a bay colt by the Australian son of Rock of Gibraltar, Seventh Rock, a sprinting sire sensation under the Iliador mare Rhinestone. Rhinestone herself won 4 races for Mike Bass, who was out of the Dancing Chap mare Lamborina. And this pedigree combines blinding speed with classy stamina. Lot number 193 is a bay filly by Great Britain out of the Mark of Esteem mare Mew Mew. Now, although Mew Mew didn't win a race, she won 2,697,000 rands worth of stakes by running second and third in many listed races in France. She is a half-sister to Spectre Foll and Lane Foll, an amazing French family that we won't know too much about. But the fact of the matter is that she almost earned 3 million rand without having got into the winner's enclosure. An unnamed daughter of Great Britain, lot 193. Lot number 64 is a bay filly by Seventh Rock out of the Western Winter Mare Savretta House. Although Savretta House only won once, her mother Ruby Rosa was a 5-time winner and is a half-sister to Young Rake, so narrowly vanquished in the Vodacom Durban July. It is also the family of Little Fox, Tara's son, and of course Master Plan and Great Rumpus. Lot number 121 is a smashing daughter of Give Me the Green Light, out of the imported Irish mare District 6. Although District 6 only won 2 races, her career was curtailed through injury. But she comes from a phenomenal family, including Sound World, Champion Rabia, Secret of Victoria, Spring Lilac, Rafia, Touch the Sky, and Karaoke. It is a truly amazing family. Lot number 156 is a bay colt by Seventh Rock out of the Casey Tibbs mare Imperial Grace. Imperial Grace won 2 races, but comes from a beautiful family including Perfect Warrior, Divine Fashion, the Stallion Counter Action, and of course Perfect Order, one of the Odessa Foundation brood mares. Lot 156, a son of Seventh Rock. Lot number 141 is a bay colt by VAR out of the Western Winter Mare Frosty. Frosty is indeed a half-sister to Sabina Park, who is of course the dam of Master Sabina and Roman Forum. They're all winners, and they include the blisteringly fast Falberg, who Dominic Zaki believes is the fastest horse he's ever trained. It's a wonderful family and a wonderful specimen. Lot number 141, an unnamed colt by VAR. Lot number 198 is a grandson of Forest Wildcat. In fact, he's a son of VAR, out of the Western Winter Mare Misty River. Misty River herself won 3 races and is the mother of One Cool Dude. It is also the family of Badger's Delight, Ginkgo Tree, and Vanishing Sails. Lot number 198, a son of VAR, out of the Western Winter Mare Misty River.
Highlands Farm Stud, situated in the Robinson Valley, is the heart of the SA thoroughbred racing industry, has 22 yearlings that will be lining up for this year's Premier Yearling Sale.
Highlands Farm, owned by the late Graham Beck, is located in the fertile, lime-rich Robertson Valley, the heart of the South African thoroughbred breeding industry. Highlands produces some of the best racehorses in South Africa. With a draft of 25 yearlings available at this year's Cape Premier Yearling Sale, let's take a look at their pick. Lot 12, Cloth of Cloud. This Captain L filly is half-sister to Helderberg Blue and Careful Hiker. She is a tall, racy, correct filly from the family of Artie Schiller, a successful Grade 1 producing sire in the USA. Lot 13, Lady of the House, a high-quality, scopy, beautiful dynasty filly out of multiple Grade 1 winner Overarching. Lot 39, Good to Give, by Philanthropist, out of Scented Samantha. This is a big, correct, smart colt, half-brother to Sweet Sonette, Franny and Dark Justice. Lot 57, African Night Sky, by Dynasty out of a Cozine mare, Starzine. a well-made, correct, beautiful colt, bred on the same lines as Jackson. Lot 87, Water Lily Lake, a tall, racy, trippy filly out of the same family as Glowing Thatch, Day Lily Delight, Valandri and Jordoba. Lot 98, Fellow Traveller, by Pathfork out of Archmistress, a big, rangy, correct colt, half-brother to Beloved Betty. Lot 119, Dusky Beauty. This very neat, good-walking Dynasty filly out of Destination Mars is a half-sister to champion 2-year-old Dancing Natasha. Lot 140, Honourable Way, by Pathfork out of Fragrant Filly, is a very good-looking, easy-walking, superb colt. He is a half-brother to 6-time winning Tiger Territory, from the same family as Sweet Sonette and Dark Justice. Lot 145, The Glory Gang. This very well-made Scopy Dynasty colt out of Glory's sister is full brother to Daring Dave. Lot 152, Lanesburg Blue. A beautiful, very good-moving athletic Dynasty colt, half-brother to the Hangman and recent Grade 2 winner Trip to Heaven. Lot 168, Richard Lionheart, by Dynasty out of Kelly's Olympics. He is a compact, powerful colt, half-brother to Olympic Owen and the very fast Speedy Susie by Trippy. Lot 180, The Carpenter, a well-grown, high-quality Fort Wood colt, half-brother to Wishful Eye. Come and view the Highlands Draft in stable blocks F and G at the Cape Town International Convention Centre from Tuesday, 20 January.
Second or no. So number 14, All Is Secret, is victorious. Well Witcher.
And for the lads wanted.
Shay takes the lead. Shay wins the Elgos.
Champion breeders and huge supporters of the CTS yearling sale, Klavervlei Stud, will once again be well represented at this year's Cape Premier yearling sale. Now, all eyes will be focused on their young and promising new stallion, Seventh Rock, who's already had success with his first crop of juveniles.
The quality does improve every year. You know, they talk about breeders always boasting about their quality improving, but for certain it has improved. Big variety from all over the country, including High Chaparral and Canford Cliffs, both fillies. Very excited to have those two fillies on the sale out of very good female lines. But local stallions in South Africa, we've got a spread of all the top horses and a couple of new fellas on the block like Seventh Rock, Philanthropist. So very nice spread. Lot number 3, a Western Winter filly out of National Vixen. Western Winter, champion sire in South Africa, sire of 6 individual Group 1 winning fillies. This filly is a half-sister to Vercingetorix, winner of the Group 1 Jebel Hatter and the Group 1 Daily News in South Africa. Last year, Vercingetorix was rated in the top 25 horses globally.
Vercingetorix is too good.
This mare, amazingly, has 7 progeny to race, and all are winners. This filly has immense paddock value. Lot 16, a big, quality, classic-looking colt by Captain Al out of Pagan Princess. When Al Mufti was mated to this female line, it produced the highly successful but ill-fated Victory Moon. Al Mufti cross on Fort Wood has been fabulous in South Africa. This mare has produced very special foals to date. Real Princess, a 2.7 million rand yearling, is very highly spoken of by her trainer Dean Cannemare, and she races for Lady Laidlaw.
She's a very smart filly, and she showed me tremendous work back home. But she couldn't do more than win. She won exceptionally well.
Dancer Dawn, her trippy filly last year was the highest sold filly in South Africa at 3.2 million rand. This most certainly is a stallion pedigree. Lot number 43, a colt again by Captain Al out of Seattle Weekend, who's by AP Indy from the great Lassie Deer family. Captain Al, who has Lassie Deer through Al Mufti, makes this colt inbred to the great mare 3 times. There are 8 stallions on this page alone, including USA's top stallion in Lemon Drop Kid, South Africa's newest acquisition, Duke of Marmalade, and Coolmore's Investec Derby winner, Ruler of the World, who stands his first season at this wonderful stud in Ireland. With so many stallions on this page, this guy is sure to have a stallion pedigree when he wins his Group 1 one day. Lot 44 by Western Winter, Grade 1 winning sire, champion sire, out of Shadow Dancing, herself a dual Group 1 winner and winner of the Fillies Guineas. She herself has produced a dual Group 1 winner in Thunder Dance, and Shadow of the Wind has won 3 races so far with Jeff Woodruff, and he expects him to participate in features going into the Gauteng season. She is a sister to the magnificent Captain Al. So with Western Winter, with 4 sons at stud, out of the female line that produced Captain Al, this is another potential stallion producing pedigree. Lot 113, a filly by Dynasty out of Consensual. Dynasty, the sire of the magnificent Beach Beauty. Consensual herself, a champion 2-year-old filly in South Africa. Her first foal, Addie Dem, only had 2 runs in this country for a win and a Group 3 place. She has been exported to Dubai to contest and race there for Mike de Kock and Sheikh Hamdan. This is a great filly family producer. Consensual won the Group 1 Golden Slipper, Give Me 5, the Group 1 Alan Robertson, and in camera, the Group 1 Fillies Guineas. This is a beautiful filly that oozes quality, and she has immense paddock value. Lot 116, a colt by Philanthropist, a stallion imported into South Africa, and at the time had the highest apex rating in North America. Bill Oppenheim says a big gain for South Africa, no doubt about it. Out of the 5-time winner, Countess Collier herself won a Group 3 race. This is a top Australian family with 5 graded winners, including Biarritz and Keppel, who both campaigned in Dubai. A big, strong, well-balanced, athletic individual.
Corleone, despite his antics, gets to the front and will win going away. Corleone wins it, second to Talca.
Lot 126, a colt by Captain Al, the serial champion 2-year-old sire in South Africa. He himself the sire of 9 individual Group 1 winners. This colt's dam is by the 14 times champion sire, Sadler's Wells. She herself, early in her career, was sold for $1 million US. Since then, her half-sister Estimate, owned by Her Majesty the Queen of England, came out and won the Group 1 Ascot Gold Cup. His second dam, Ebazia, is one of those priceless gems and a handful of mares in the world to have produced 4 individual Group 1 winners. Her daughters and granddaughters in turn have all produced graded winners. Out of one of the world's leading female lines by the mighty Captain Al, this horse is a serious specimen. Lot 131, a colt by Dynasty out of Es La Vida. Dynasty, already a sire of sires in Jackson and Irish Flame, with a promise of more to come through Legislate and Futura. This colt is from a sire-producing female line that produced Captain L. He's a quality individual with a great walk. He could bring you fame and fortune on the track and also in the breeding shed. Lot 159, a filly by Canford Cliffs. Very special to have a yearling by Canford Cliffs in this country. He himself, a 5 times Group 1 winner, he won at Royal Ascot 3 years in a row. This is his first Southern Hemisphere crop. This filly is out of a very interesting female line. Her mother, Intelligent, is a sister to Philanthropist, a champion sire in Canada, now in South Africa. The third dam produced Inside Information, who won 14 races in the United States of America, which included 5 Grade 1 wins and the Breeders' Cup Distaff. By an amazing stallion out of a wonderful female line, this quality athletic individual with great conformation has enormous paddock value. Lot 189, this colt says speed, speed and more speed. By Trippy, sire of speed horses such as Trip Tease, Trip to Heaven and Africa Burn. Out of the 5-time and Group 3 winner Manamu. She used to kill them at the start with her amazing gate speed. She herself assisted to Speed Merchant and Horse of the Year Mythical Flight.
But the real truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth is that Mythical Flight's the best on the land.
If you're looking for speed, this is your horse. Undoubtedly the strongest catalogue that we have produced so far in the Cape. One just has to look through the quality of the horses from all the different vendors, and you will see that CTS has done a wonderful job in putting together a catalogue of this nature. Everybody would like to win the $1 million, and I've got my fair share of favourites as well.
Mutonshoek, situated in the Mutonshoek Valley, where many a fine horse has been produced. Take us through their crop of yearlings that will be represented out at the yearling sales, which takes place at the Cape Town Convention Centre in town.
Carry on Ellison, same jurisdiction the last 100. Carry on Ellis has her head in front. Same jurisdiction's trying to warm up. Bilaterals on the outside. Carry on Ellis going to the line, same jurisdiction. Well, not going to split them. On that same jurisdiction, puts her nose down.
History will prove him to be actually a sensational sire, the way he upgrades his mares, the way they act on various surfaces. And so we're very excited to have a great example of Philanthropist on the sale. He's from the famous Van Frelouche family. This is the family of Encosta de Lago, Flying Spur and Holy Roman Emperor, just to name some active sires. A nice big stepping individual. It's a good thing that phenotypically The mares in South Africa that suit Philanthropist are stocky, short-coupled horses, and the results have been terrific. I've seen a couple of Philanthropists and very, very happy with them, and really looking forward to them doing the same in the racetracks in South Africa as they've done in Canada and the US.
And Guinness now ridden to respond 3 parts of a length. Carry On Ellis is now going to try and reel him in late on, but Guinness continues to go from Carry On Ellis, who's coming home late. Guinness is crying for the line. Guinness all out and pulled it off.
As with his pedigree and his racing history, people expect him to be precocious what they are, and obviously one would like to see the rest of it happening now, and that's why we're excited about our particular offering. It's out of a Silvano mare from the family of Aldery, to mention one. The type of individual that one is pretty confident that will train on and do more for Seventh Rock's legacy.
But Aldery has got to the front here. Tandal Wami's running on. Here's your dancer beaten horse, and it is Aldery. Aldery for Mike Tekok and Sheikh Mohammed bin Khalifa Al Maktoum.
Give Me the Green Light quickly joins issue up front, and then comes Asgard. Chieftain is starting to kick between runners. Down the inside of that we got Asgard, but with 100 metres left to go, it's all Give Me the Green Light, now gearing down to victory.
Nobody will forget the sheer dynamic brilliance of a horse called Give Me the Green Light. He's been very, very warmly received in the marketplace, and it looks like his progeny are following in the footsteps of the expectation of this great son of More Than Ready.
Having spoken to some Australians, we know what to expect in terms of More Than Ready, in terms of what they physically look like. We're particularly happy with this individual we've got on the sale. She's the right kind of mare for More Than Ready, and the individual bears testament to that. She's a nice individual, nice and strong, and having shown her to some of my Aussie buddies, they're very happy with the result, and so are we.
There won't be too many Western Winters available for purchase at sales, and you've got a very compact, beautiful daughter of Western Winter on this sale.
Yeah, Andrew, I think in terms of pedigree, she represents about as good as it gets. The dam is by Pulpit, who's by AP India, as we know, the sire of Tappet. She is a half-sister to a 10-time winning Group 1 sire in Kentucky. And she's got two winners on the track, including a facile debut winner by Go Deputy a few weeks ago. So in terms of pedigree and looks, she would represent a huge amount of paddock value on top of her racing potential. We are blessed here with lots of natural help in terms of good soil, good water. But after that, it's up to humans to do what they have to do. And I'm particularly proud of Chris's effort here with this house and how it's been developed to a destination where a horse can grow up very naturally and very nicely, and then do its bit on the racetrack.
An absolute exhibition, procession for same jurisdiction, the Mamba in Seattle. Duncan Knowles, 160 days off the track, 4 in a row, and 4 from 5 gets the seal of approval from Stuart Randolph.
It's a great environment. I think the biggest plus would be, other than the obvious of the water and the soil and the food that we can produce here, is that the average ambient temperature is very pleasant here. As much as it gets hot in the daytime, you would have experienced yourself last night. It cools down at night, and a horse has a very comfortable life here. It puts him on the right side in terms of growing up to be strong, healthy racehorses.
And Marchfield is closing like a shot on the far outside. And it's Marchfield and Champs-Élysées. Rahi's attorney doesn't have it this afternoon. Marchfield has taken the lead. Rahi's attorney, Medjool, final 16th of a mile. Marchfield, racing's newest millionaire, has won the Sky Classic.
History again will tell us that Canada's loss in terms of a Philanthropist and now Marchfield will be South Africa's gain. When they passed the legislation where they took the gambling casino money out of the stakes pot, it basically dumped the whole Canadian horse industry into a complete crisis. And South Africa have profited from that. Now with Marchfield, who is the son of AP Indy, is a classic horse, but he managed to end second on the Canadian log of first season sires by a very, very short margin. In fact, in the stakes race where his son, Bear at Last, ended up third, had he gone second, Marchfield would have been the champion Canadian first season sire. He ended up 25th on the entire North American log. A very, very promising start. With his pedigree, his looks and the foals, the way they've arrived this year or last year, we have a lot to look forward to, and we're very, very excited with both our stallions here at Matanza.
Carry on Ellison, same jurisdiction the last 100. Carry on Ellis has her head in front. Same jurisdiction's trying to warm up. Bilaterals on the outside. Carry on Ellis going to the line, same jurisdiction. Well, not going to split them.
Hassan Adams's new establishment, Nadesan Park, will no doubt have prepared some top-class yearlings for the sale. They do fall under the Himalayan Arda agent.
Completely unrelated to the breeding of thoroughbred racehorses. The analogy of a structural engineer creating a rock on which to build his foundation is critical to the longevity of the enterprise, the building, or in fact, the longevity of the horses that you're breeding. This is the first draft from Nadesan Park. And we start with lot 107, a son of former champion sire Silvano, out of the Iliador mare Burnt Savannah. This is the immediate family of Ivor Thirst and Group 2 winning champion Like It Hot. Saying less is often more. Savor the individual. This is the first offering of the progeny of Give Me the Green Light, the incredible son of More Than Ready. He is out of La Vida Belle, who is by Candy Stripes. La Vida Belle is a half-sister to the black type winner Juilliard, and also a mare called La Normandie, who is the dam of Group 1 winning hero from the Charles Laird stable, Normans. Here is lot number 178. A beautiful son of Give Me the Green Light. Back to the beginning of the book, lot number 22, is another son of Give Me the Green Light out of the Captain Al mare Play Nice. This is a relatively young family, but absolutely laden with black type, and the athletic ability and the pedigree leads you to think this has to be a racehorse. Our next coupling is lot number 182 and lot number 41. They are sons of Tiger Ridge and Gimme the Green Light respectively. We'll concentrate first of all on lot number 41, who is the son of Give Me the Green Light, out of the Dominion Royal mare Scorching. This is the family of Escobar, Cartel, Viva, and most recently, Cold as Ice. He stands with perfect balance and poise. This, as we said, is lot number 182, and he's a son of Tiger Ridge out of the Northern Guest mare London Nice. London Nice is a filly of rare excellence. The family of Covenant, Promise from My Heart, Master of My Fate, Just the Way You Are, and Secret Heart. That spells Broodmare of the Year, Stallion of Rare Excellence. That's what they're expecting of Master of My Fate. And so it's goodbye to the 5 colts and hello to the 4 fillies. 4 beautiful fillies. And they include the progeny of Give Me the Green Light and Rock of Rochelle. The first of them is a daughter of Give Me the Green Light, out of the Group 1 winning daughter of Silvino. Her name is whatever you'd like it to be, but she is an absolutely smashing specimen. She simply knows she's good. She stands with composure and balance and poise. She is a daughter of Gimme the Green Light, and remember the number, lot 51. Our next filly is lot number 143. A daughter of Gimme the Green Light out of the Western Winter mare Ginger Hill, including all of Drift Ice, Yardarm, Donya, Master Beam, and of course, Kamara. This might just be the epitome of breeding the best to the very best. Lot number 20 is a daughter of Rock of Rochelle, out of the Mutterfall mare Pink Lady, and comes from the fabulous family of Shoe Express, himself a Grade 1 winner, who is a half-sister to Jessamine, the dam of all of Al Nitak, the Sheik, First Guard, and the dam of Top Seller as well. Lot number 112 is a cracking daughter of Give Me the Green Light, out of the lightning-fast daughter of Jetmaster, Comet Chaser. She herself is a half-sister to Fairy in the Woods. She's also from the foundation family of the Milkwood stud of Ian and Nina Robertson, which includes Woodland Fairy, Tarn Fairy, Blushing Fairy. This filly wouldn't even have to race to be a broodmare of rare excellence.
Established 47 years ago is Barbara Sanner's Olden Stud, situated in the Hemel and Ada region near Hermanus. Allen Bloodlines brings you this insert on their crop of yearlings.
In the most tranquil part of the Hemel and Ada Valley, Due north from Hermanus as the crow flies, an approach road winds away from the dam. First-time visitors marvel at how it gradually reveals the atmospheric, pristine farm that is Oldlands Stud. Many winners have been born and raised here, including international stars Sanchez and Lucky Find. Sanchez was whisked away overseas after a third place in a Grade 1 behind Cape Town Noir. Winning twice at Meydan, he scored a blistering Grade 1 second and ran well in the Dubai World Cup.
Runs to second, Start Right and Energy of Davos battle out third, Sanchez wins.
But it is to Lucky Find, Grade 3 winner and Grade 1 placed, that we should look more closely now. He won a ton of money in Dubai, including graded stakes. He won in England. This narrator was there to see it, punching the air when a South African bred was driven across the line by the world's best jockey then and now. Lot 123 at the Cape Premier Yearling Sale is a colt out of a half-sister to Lucky Find. That is enough to stop the traffic looking around the sales. Please pull this colt out. He is by VAR, speed to spare. His dam is a winner, and the dam of 1 to run, 1 to win, twice. And the family is wide awake alive with this colt's other sibling, the multiple listed winner Pay the Piper, being the dam of a recent black type placed 3 times winner Dancing in the Desert. Stable D17 is the place to see this fellow. Lot 124 is right next door. Elusive Fort's anniversaries seem to work very well. After a lot of 2-year-old winners, more than expected, his first 3-year-olds have been banging in the wins non-stop and did so again on New Year's Day and into January. Here is the son of a triple Grade 1 winning South African Classic winner who had the speed to drop back to a mile and win at Grade 1 level again. Half-brother to 4 winners, Lot 124 also has a second dam full of Grade 1, Grade 2 and Grade 3 form. After those 2, you then have a short break. 3 lots later, Lot 127 appears and has the rubber stamp marked English Garden. An August foaled filly by King Mambo's highly successful half-brother Judpot. Lot 127 is a broodmare in the making, whether you breed after racing or sell her on for that purpose. Her dam sire is Indigo Magic, a 775,000 guineas stunning yearling by Gone West, out of an Epsom Oaks winner. And her dam is a half-sister to the great English Garden. This particular offering comes from Professor Ian Sanna, son of stud owner Barbara Sanna. Internationally renowned in his own fields, Ian has been devoting productive time to advancing the cause of South African bloodstock overseas. Lot 155 is a filly by Ideal World out of a winning daughter of Fort Wood. Fort Wood's credentials as a broodmare sire are undoubted, befitting a son of Sadler's Wells out of one of the greatest broodmares in modern history, Fall Aspen. But Ideal World is the fascinating package. Running in the Frankel colours of Prince Khalid Abdullah, Ideal World distinguished himself in France. His latest in a line of South African first crop winners bears the splendid name Hawker Hurricane, and there is much evidence to confirm that Ideal World is a quality sire. Barbara Sanna of Oldlands Stud and her staff look forward to welcoming yearling inspectors at the sales complex in Cape Town. All of her draft will sell on the second evening, Friday, 23rd January.
We believe in excellence. We believe that if you're going to do something, you do it to your best ability. We aim to make Balmoral #1 in the Southern Hemisphere, not just South Africa.
Well, great to be with Dominique Zaki out at the Vaal Racecourse. Dom, thank you for welcoming us into your stables and for taking the time to chat to the Breeding to Win team this morning.
It's an absolute pleasure and it's nice to be on your show.
One of the reasons we've got you here today is, of course, because you've got Precursor in the first R1 million Cape Thoroughbred Stakes race taking place next weekend. Of course, that is on the Betting World Cape Flying Championship race day out at Kenilworth this coming Saturday. But over and above that, you're also quite a big supporter of the Cape Thoroughbred sales. Since inception, I think CTS have done a tremendous job and they've taken giant steps in making the sale what it is today.
Yes, they most definitely have. They started off strong and they developed into a huge company now, and hats off to all the guys concerned, and with all the incentives that they've put for the buyers out there, it's wonderful.
Because the sale is so early in the year, as a trainer, you've got to have quite a sharp eye to see what these individuals look like.
Yeah, you got to look at those horses and imagine what they're going to look like in 6 or 7 or 8 months' time, you know. And I think the trainers all know what they're doing, and they look at the correct things, and it's not easy to pick them, but we've been quite lucky with them.
Obviously, we're looking forward to that $1 million race taking place in 2016, but we're also looking forward to horses that are bought off the sale being able to qualify for 2 $500,000 races taking place in Gauteng. I mean, it's in our own province over here, and I thought it's very exciting.
It is fantastic. Like I said, we in our wildest dreams thought we'd have $1 million race and 2 $500,000 races as well coming to the party. CTS has done a wonderful job, and I think they're going to just go from strength to strength, you know, and the sales, they're just developing new ideas and new incentives all the time, and the buyers are obviously adapting to all this, and I think it's a wonderful concept they're doing. It's mind-boggling, Julia, the amount of money they spent and putting into the game and the industry, and that's why they're getting the response they're getting. You know, it's from the owners to the breeders. Everyone's just attaching themselves to CTS now.
Let's move on to Precursor, because he is taking his place in the first R1 million Cape Thoroughbred Stakes race on Saturday. I mean, he's a decent sort, and I suppose when you look at his form, his really only disappointing run was at Scottsville, and it was in his second start.
Yeah, Scottsville can stop the best of them, and it was his second stop. We were a bit disappointed in that, but from then on, he hasn't put a foot wrong, you know, and he was my first horse that I bought at that sale, and he's just done everything the right way. You know, obviously, his sand form is a lot stronger than his grass form, but I think his last run in the Merchants wasn't bad at all. You know, he missed the break slightly. He was rushed up a bit. His prep didn't go 100% smoothly, and he's travelled down to Cape Town beautifully, and he's adapted to the surroundings nicely there. He's with Dennis Dreyer at the moment, and I'll be flying down on Tuesday morning, and yeah, I'll have a look at him. But all is going right at the moment, you know. So I think he's got a chance with it. He's well handicapped with 106 merit. I think he's the second highest rated horse in the race. But it is a competitive field, and we must have a each way chance, and with a bit of luck we can win a race like that.
Well, for R1 million, I suppose you've got to take your chances.
Yeah, you know what, for R1 million you've got to take your chances, but the aim was to run in that race. He was bought for that purpose, and thank God we got him to the race.
I remember, Dom, when I chatted to you after his first win, and that was his first race, when you actually said to me he's quite a special sort.
Yeah, I always rated him before he even ran. I spoke to Derek, and I said to Derek, I think this is a special horse, you know. But that you can talk about special horses all the time until they pass the line and prove themselves. That's when they are special.
Well, tell us about other future horses that we can look out for coming through the ranks.
You know, I've got a nice balance string at the moment. We've got a good few sprinters, and you know the sprinters, Valberg, Victorious, that lot, and then we got the middle distance horses. We've got a good like Morpheus and those type of horses. We've got a good filly called Beaumont tonight. She's been off for a couple of months now, but I think she's one you can look forward to in the future. She's a lovely Jetmaster filly. And the stayers, Shimmering Gem, Storm Warning, you know, those are the marathon ones. And a filly called Lamia, she won exceptionally well a week or two ago, and I've got high hopes for her.
Well, we look forward to seeing you out at the sales, of course taking place on Thursday and Friday, the 22nd and 23rd of January. And I'm sure you'll be putting up your hand a few times and signing out your buyer's card.
Yeah, no, 100%. We'll definitely be there trying to get something, and hopefully we'll achieve it.
Thanks very much for the use of your facilities today, for taking the time to talk to the Breeding to Win team, and we wish you all the best for the R1 million Cape Thoroughbred Stakes next week.
Thank you so much, Julia, and it was nice being on your show.
New Turf Carriers is a family-run business owned by Mark and Dory Sham and their 3 sons, Michael, Matthew and Marcus. New Turf Carriers has been in long-distance transport since 1995 and pride themselves in excellent service, punctuality and loyalty to their clients. Every single stud farm and every single sale to every single racecourse, New Turf Carriers pride themselves in delivering your horse safely. The welfare of your horse is paramount, and it is to this end that we have our own midway stop between Johannesburg and Cape Town. This is situated at Colesberg, where we have a stabling facility for 60 horses, so that the horses on long trips can get off and have a rest during their journey. The bottom line is, New Turf Carriers take your horse from door to door with pride, passion and punctuality.
The name Ridgemont Stud is fast becoming a household name in the Western Cape. Grant Knowles caught up with Craig Carey to find out about his new venture.
Well, it's race day and the Breeding to Win team managed to catch up with Craig Carey. Now, Craig's involved in the new venture, Ridgemont Stud. And obviously, we've seen their colours. The Kisvetters come racing often. They've put money into the game. Craig, firstly, thanks very much for taking time to join us. The Ridgemont Stud process in terms of developing, we've seen the name. We've seen Wayne Kisvetter. We've seen you guys at the sales. Tell us how it came about.
A fantastic new venture, the new people into racing, the Kisvetter family, and exciting start. We've managed to find a really nice filly in cold as ice in our first year, so fun ahead.
Well, I know you've been actively at the market in terms of shopping for young fillies, and that's really where the farm has started its roots from grassroots level with actually racing fillies.
That's correct, Grant. You know, we've shopped for mares and for fillies for training. And we've, you know, obviously with top pedigrees, the fillies that we've bought directly for stud have been mainly feature winners, as it's obviously hard to just pick feature winners at the sales, but hopefully that's the idea.
Fantastic stuff. Now, obviously, you've been involved with Arkansas, you've been involved all the time. You've now teamed up with Wayne Kisvetter and co. Tell us a little bit about the background of Wayne as well and how he got involved in racing.
Grant, Wayne's father was involved in racing and raced with Chris Snaith in the old days. So Wayne had been to the yard a lot with Chris and had ridden horses and been really involved and loved it, and has followed it, you know, right through his business career. And I think now, you know, he knew Brian Finch from a very young age, and I think Brian's big interest in racing has driven Wayne to get more interested, and hence Wayne saying, look, you know, now he's enjoyed and had a good, profitable business life, and he's decided to now get involved heavily in the racing side.
Craig, great to catch up with you. We certainly look forward to keeping an eye on how Ridgemont progresses. I know you're looking for a farm before we cut away, and obviously that's quite high up on the agenda in terms of going forward.
For sure, Grant. We've done lots of homework, and you know, we're looking as to where it would best suit us to have a property as well as to breed good horses.
You've mentioned that you've got a special filly. One of them that is obviously the top of the boards now is Cold as Ice. Now, obviously, you've experienced the real highs with her, going on and winning and looking so impressive. And then comes Aventure Fillies Guineas Day, and you certainly experienced the lows too.
That's for sure, Grant. We had a big crowd in the box, and we were really excited. And you know, I suppose at the end of the day, when we look back at it, we were just happy that she had pulled up all right and she hadn't hurt herself. But it was a bit of a disaster, but hopefully it won't happen again.
Craig, going forward, and obviously selection processes and how you guys go involved, and the trainers that you're currently using for Ridgemont.
Yeah, Grant, we've started off mainly with Joey. Joey's Ramsden's got 90% of our horses, and Brett's got 1 or 2 at the moment. And then this year's 2-year-olds will go into Mike Bass, Brett, and Joey. And we've also sort of branched out into Johannesburg. Ormond Ferraris has got a filly for us now that we want to try up there. And Gavin Smith in Port Elizabeth is a couple that maybe don't run too well down here that we need to try in Port Elizabeth. It's a big team effort, so we go to the sales. Joey and I usually start off, if Joey is the trainer, and we would go around the sales and look at all the horses and decide on our short lists. And then we would take Wayne around the sales and Ross. Ross is very keen and loves going to the sales. And from that, if we all agree, then we'd probably look at buying the animal. If we don't agree, we carry on.
You've mentioned Ross and obviously Craig, but Ross has got a real interest in the game, hasn't he? And a nice story, because when Without Permission won, I know Joey relayed the story on Teletrack, but tell the Breeding to Win viewers exactly what happened there.
Well, it was a very funny story, because Ross at that stage was studying in Australia, and Joey had gone over to buy a couple of yearlings for Wayne, and Ross got involved in the whole choosing of the yearlings, and Johan Malherbe actually played a role as well. So Ross was given a short list and obviously fell in love with Without Permission, who was unnamed at that stage. And Ross was so keen to get this horse, and really, I mean, that was where it was brilliant. He was so excited, and everything was happening, and he bought the horse, and remembering it was 2 o'clock in the morning at home, so Daddy's asleep and Mummy's asleep, and next morning it was code purple, I think, when Mum and Dad woke up to find Ross had bought a lovely Rocket Gibraltar colt. But luckily for him, it's turned out to be quite a nice horse. Otherwise, he'd be off the buying list.
Craig, your role with Ridgemont Stud obviously involves a lot of the management side of it. Just tell us a bit about what your entire role entails.
Grant, at the moment, I'm overseeing all the horse side of things, and obviously I control the accounts, and I also check the race horses, and I try not to get too involved in the programming, and all I do chat about it, but obviously the trainers must do all of that. But the health side of the horse is very important to me, so we're very actively involved in the veterinary side and we take quite a strong view as to looking after our horses and making sure we fix problems before they happen if we can. And it's definitely working. Grant, it's Kisweta and Kerry owned and operate. Obviously, I'm the managing director, but we discuss everything. It's a big team effort. Everybody's involved, and lots of fun ahead. I think we're out there and enjoying it and love the game, and it's super.
Well, Wayne's putting money where his mouth is as well, because he also sponsored a race meeting last year in terms of the Magnum Mile.
That's correct, Grant, and I think we're going to switch this next year. We'll probably take on the Classic Day in Cape Town, which will be the first day back at Kenilworth. And it looks that way at the moment. I know that's what's been negotiated, so that'll be fantastic. And Wayne, he really loves it. Absolutely dedicated to the game.
Craig, well, certainly from the Breeding to Win team, we wish you, Ridgemont, and the Kisveta family behind the operation as well every success. And we look forward to catching up with you in the near future.
Thanks so much, Grant. It's been very good. Thank you.
Great to see another big owner-breeder establishment forming in the Western Cape. So much to look forward to. We've got big stallions. We've got some of the best broodmares in the country. And fantastic that Ridgemont Stud's going to be adding to that portfolio.
Gavel House is the leading website for trading horses online. Selling your racehorse, mare or even a share in a yearling is so easy on Gavel House. You can browse our sires directory to match the best mating for your mare, with text description, videos and up-to-date sires reports. Gavelhouse.com is the best way to sell your horse. We reach places others can't, where buyers and sellers deal direct and pay no commission. Go to gavelhouse.com.
Once again, thanks to Gavel House for their sponsorship on Breeding to Win show, as we take a look at what they've got on offer for tonight. And we'll start with a share in Weighty Katie, who's by JPEG. She's a 2012 filly out of Madawi Duchess. There's a 50% share on offer for 220,000. Now, Weighty Katie is a winner from her only start as a juvenile. She's an exceptionally well-bred filly out of Madawi Duchess, the half-sister to champion sprinter Clifton King. She's currently in training with Mike Bass, and her next start will be the listed juvenile stakes on JMB Met Day, the 31st of January. If you are interested, you can contact Mark Bass. Let's take a look at the horse in training, and it's Go Indigo by Indigo Magic. She's a 2008 mare going for 200,000 Rand. She's a bold black type mare. Contact Leon Erasmus if you are interested. She's a graded winning mare. She's a winner of 8 races, including the Grade 2 Turfentine Gauteng Fillies Guineas and the Grade 3 Troikia Stakes, and placed in her most recent start. She's already earned over 800,000 Rand in stakes. Well, before we close the show, let's take a look at the current log for the 2.5 million Rand CTS 3-year-old challenge, which takes place at Turfentine on Tuesday the 10th of February. This race is for graduates from the 2013 Cape Premier Yearling Sale, Book 2. Well, that's a wrap for this week's show. Next week, we will be bringing you a review of the week's events leading up to the Cape Thoroughbred Sales, which takes place once again on Thursday the 22nd and Friday the 23rd of January. We look forward to seeing you there. From myself, Julie Alexander, and the Breeding to Win team, good night.